Welcome to episode number 3. In this episode, we're going to look at the 3 things every VA claim must have. Symptoms. If you don't have symptoms, you don't have a condition. Without symptoms, you cannot get a current diagnosis. The doctor will make the diagnosis off the symptoms that you tell him or her about. And the third thing that every claim has to have is the nexus. This is the explanation of how your condition is connected to your military service. Now, let's break each of these down a little bit more. Common symptoms for VA disability claims. When filing a VA disability claim, it's essential to document your symptoms accurately. Here are some common symptoms associated with various conditions that may qualify for VA benefits. Physical symptoms for conditions like back pain. You would have symptoms of chronic pain or limited mobility. For hearing loss, you'd have symptoms of difficulty hearing or tinnitus. For hypertension, you could have symptoms such as headaches, dizziness, shortness of breath. Diabetes would have symptoms of increased thirst and frequent urination or fatigue. Arthritis has symptoms of joint pain, swelling, stiffness. And respiratory issues has symptoms like shortness of breath or chronic cough. Now, mental health symptoms for conditions like PTSD, you'd have symptoms like flashbacks, anxiety, sleep disturbances. Depression has persistent sadness, loss of interest, fatigue. Anxiety disorders have excessive worry, restlessness, panic attacks. And TBI, or traumatic brain injury, would have symptoms like memory issues, mood swings, headaches. Other symptoms for other conditions like chronic fatigue syndrome, they have extreme fatigue, sleep disturbances. Fibromyalgia, which is widespread pain or fatigue or sleep issues also. And Gulf War syndrome would have symptoms like fatigue, joint pain, or cognitive issues. You know the symptoms, now you need to get a diagnosis. A valid medical diagnosis is crucial for any VA disability claim. It establishes that you have a current disability linked to your military service. Without a diagnosis, you cannot receive compensation benefits. So who can provide the diagnosis? Only licensed doctors can provide a credible diagnosis. This includes specialists relevant to your condition. Now, for conditions like PTSD, ensure the diagnosis comes from a qualified mental health professional. Now let's talk about the nexus, commonly referred to as the nexus letter. It's a document from a qualified healthcare provider that connects a veteran's current medical condition to their military service. It serves as crucial evidence in a VA disability claims, especially when the direct proof of service connection is lacking. Nexus letters are particularly important for claims involving conditions that develop long after service, such as those related to toxic exposures. They help establish the necessary link between military service and the current health issues, which is often a requirement for VA benefits. Now, who can write the nexus letter? It should be written by a medical professional with expertise in the relevant field. This could be a doctor or specialist familiar with the veteran's condition and history. While letters from primary care physicians are acceptable, those from specialists carry more weight. When is a nexus letter needed? A nexus letter is often required when there's little evidence of service connection, or a previous claim has been denied due to the lack of evidence, or the condition has delayed onset or is not automatically presumed to be service related. So as we bring this episode to a close, let's recap. These are the 3 things every VA claim must have: symptoms, current diagnosis, and a nexus. Okay, that's all for this episode. Y'all come back because in the next episode, we will cover the 5 ways to establish service connection. I do look forward to you coming back, and I ask that you subscribe and share. And for now, this is Specialist Joe signing off. Bye-bye.